My name is Adam Porzak with Porzak Golf, taking your game to the next level and beyond. Today we're going to take a closer look in a lesson with Ben Zeiler. Benny's really coming into his own. This guy is a dear family friend, a good buddy of mine, and we just love this guy, one of the greatest young personalities out there. He's really working on keeping his hands in front of his body, the golf club in front of his hands, specifically keeping the club a little bit more vertical in his backswing and on plane. We had a little cameo from a couple of his close buddies and his brother in the bunker after the lesson, so you guys can take a look at that as well. Please like, comment, and subscribe and enjoy the lesson, you guys. Give me some feedback though, Benny, as how we're currently doing right now. And
actually, my scoring average for this year so far is pretty good. I've played 4 tournaments so far, 3 2-days and then 1 day, and it's at 76.
Dude, I mean, that's got to be down how much now since last year?
Last year it was 82.
So we're down 6 shots.
Yeah.
Dude, that's incredible. It's incredible. What do you think the biggest reason for that is?
I think I'm just practicing, more.
You're not doing 15 sports. You're just doing maybe like a couple.
Yeah. And then also my practice, it's not just like kind of whipping balls around. It's like I have a meaning, and each shot has a meaning. So I want to hit the ball flight that I want to hit, and if I hit it bad, then it's all right. But it's like I'm playing on the range.
So through that, are you finding that you're learning to dissect your shots more? You're able to see a miss, and you know enough about what we would talk about to know that, hey, that means I'm doing probably a little bit of this, and good stuff, buddy. All right, well, let's get right into it today, man. How are we doing with the top of our swing? Has it been improving?
Yeah, I kind of have a newer swing thought.
Okay.
Because I feel like the one that I learned last lesson, it was a little harder like in my mind, and also around my body. It was just like
tough for you to get down.
Yeah, so I just kind of bring it to checkpoint 1, and then just lift my shoulders to the top and keeping that elbow in.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Is it starting to tighten that wrist up at the top a little bit?
Yeah.
Getting to like right here, and then just feeling like you just move it up there with the shoulders?
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, dude, it is better. It is better. What's the miss right now, though?
In my tournament this weekend, it was just right.
Right. Okay.
It was straight right, but it was just not ideal, especially for that course, because you kind of have to have precision. It doesn't need to go the exact distance every time, but you have to know where the ball needs to go.
So let me ask you, the longer the golf club, the more right? Or was that not a trend?
No, it wasn't.
Was it just?
It was just leaving it out probably 10 yards right every shot.
Oh, so it was consistent through the bag?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And then the driver, it was all right. I just want to get to hitting it solid, because it went in the same place every time, either just a baby cut or a baby draw.
Okay.
And
you'd rather just see one or the other just consistently?
Yeah, or just straight. That would be great.
Man. All right, my man. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look right here at the down the line view. You know what I like? I like the setup a lot. I think the angles are sharp. I think you've done a fantastic job with the lower body, not really sitting back too much. One thing I would like you to do that I believe will give you a little bit more power, if you can flex downward for me a little bit without backing that hip joint up at all this way. You know what I mean by that?
So like bending my knees straight down?
Almost like you feel like your legs are like an accordion, right? And they're just going straight down. It's not like
out.
Absolutely. Like not like you're sticking your butt out to do it, but you're straight down. I think of Adam Scott. You think of Adam Scott?
Oh, yeah.
The same setup. Like
he's got perfect posture on his knees.
And I think that if you get a little bit more of that, you would see one thing different between the two of you. What you would see is the minute that you do that, you would increase the angle a little bit between your legs and your upper body. We would try to get that down to a little bit more over here. And you can see what would happen as a result. We'd get those shoulders a little bit more past your toes. Now, let me clean that up a little bit here. If we can just, if we drew a line down here, this is the one thing. Whenever we're a little bit upright with the upper body, you already have a little bit of a flatter swing, right? So do you see how the hands are really going to travel around and behind you?
Yeah.
And what happens is, even though you have done a better job with the wrist,
It's just still outside.
it's flat. It's just flat. And there's where your right miss is coming from. And this is great for, our viewers to see as well, is, Ben has a tremendous swing and does a great job getting the golf club on plane at the bottom of his swing and really, really squares up on it nicely. I mean, these are very good swings. But Benny, I think it's real easy for us to figure this out today. We need to get the hands a little bit more in front of the center of our body. We need to get the club riding up that forearm.
Yeah, my hands kind of go like the club from checkpoint 1, and then it kind of just swings out.
I got some good stuff for us today, and this is going to be huge because it's going to be talking about how the setup really affects our golf swing, okay? So for you, my man, like I said, I like what we're doing here. I said we could do a little bit more flex, a little bit more tilt, and that increases the angle between hips and upper body right here, which will give you more room to play underneath you. But here's the thing I like about this the most. Just by putting more weight out this way, your takeaway that was in here, watch this, without moving my hands at all, would be more out in front of you with a little bit more upper body tilt. Number 2, and here's the most important thing of all. Whenever we're a little bit upright, typically what happens is the hands come up a little bit as well. Now, I'm decreasing the amount of angle between my arms and the club. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Remember Ryan Moore?
Yeah.
He would have it really increased. Now think about his swing. It would really set up quickly. Mm-hmm. Think about like a Steve Stricker who has high hands. Very little set to the golf swing, right? Set to the wrist. Very little set. But if we can tilt a little bit more, what that will do is it will drop the hands a little bit and create a little bit more angle. The combination of being a little bit more engaged and over the golf ball with this angle will make it much easier to keep the golf club out in front of you in the takeaway, which is what sets the golf club up over that right arm. Now from there, our hands can work. Now you can think about your shoulder thought, because I like your shoulder thought. Dude, just use the shoulder to, ready for this? Push it right up the wall. You all day with that thought. Yeah. So let's just get the setup takeaway down, and then let's let you take over with that swing thought that you created, okay?
Okay.
I know you like. There you go. There it is right there. There it is right there. So ready for this? If I put this behind you, and I'm going to put it not to interfere with your swing, but go ahead and set up. So this will be good for our viewers to see. We match the shaft angle. I'm going to move this back to kind of split. Exactly. So Ben can just visualize the club staying up on top of that line the whole time and not getting underneath it. Yeah, Benny, do a great job. That swing plane's perfect. Keep the hands out in front of you a little bit more.
Okay.
So we need the hand path to be straighter back, club to be set more vertical. Let's see what that looks like. Beautiful. Up to the top. There you go. So that'd be the opposite of what he was doing there. It's really nice. See how well he does it right away. Great setup right there. Good, dude. No, it was okay. It got hit the rod a little bit, but at the top it was money. That, believe it or not, I know you turned that a little bit left, my man, was better at the top though. Closer to this, and just being on top of this rod will straighten out your path, right? Yeah. You think about it like this. In order to miss that, my hand path and the club's plane have to be on plane, right? And on the way down, being on plane is putting that golf club right down the path that we want. It's simple as this. Because the hands got back a little bit early, one thing led to the next, and the club got a little bit inside. Absolutely. So this is the domino effect and how it's going to work today. Set up a little more over it. Mm-hmm. We increase that angle between the hands and the club a little bit. It is going to feel, for a couple swings here, buddy, I want you to feel a little over-exaggerated with how much you're feeling out in front of you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
How about that ball striking now?
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. When you watch Ben hit shots these days, I mean, I watch and I'm like, hey, he shows up striping it, and it's like, you could win golf tournaments with that swing regardless. We're just building for the future. That's why he keeps coming back, and I appreciate that about him. Hey, bud, just for fun on this one, just to see how much we have to exaggerate it to get it in the perfect spot. See where this iPad is right here? I'm gonna leave my club right there. I want you to feel like you're swinging your backswing to my golf club.
Outside, like.
I want you, hands and club. I want hands, like I want you to feel like at the top of your swing you're going in that direction, okay? And we're just gonna look at the video and see. You're good right there, my man. Whew. That was pure, right?
Yeah. I feel like my hand still opened up at the top.
Well, we're going to take a look at something pretty cool here. Look at the difference there. I mean, talk about a set position upgrade right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that is just awesome. I've always been a believer that, and I was always told this when I was younger, you never want to set the club even a little on top of the ball. You'd much prefer to set that club well inside the exactly. I'd rather see that thing live anywhere in here than ever be pointing up above that golf ball, because that just means the club's more in front of your hands. So this guy is going to be definitely on the more behind path. And this is where your thought of just turning the shoulders up there, Benny, a little bit better would be good. But look at, you can see that we've already made an improvement with how your arm is covering the left shoulder, unlike this one is well underneath the shoulder plane. So you've at least got your hand path now on point right there. And you know how I feel. I mean, I'm not incredibly opposed to it, but I do like, I know it's tough for you to think about, but that little bit in your mind, like you're keeping the wrist cupped to the top of the swing,
Yeah.
it does straighten up the golf club, and you feeling cup only just helps you straighten it up. But I would tell you that that's 100 times better on the left. And I look at it coming down, and all it is less underneath. So if you watch it, see how it's on the back of the ball a little bit sooner right here?
Yeah.
So watch this, just on the ball a little sooner, exits a little bit cleaner. Now watch, if I just get rid of these lines here, you'll see that this one just stays underneath a little bit longer. Never quite.
What is the exit of that one?
See how it just kind of goes a little bit more outright?
Yeah.
And that one doesn't quite, see how it has to be a little, yeah, not quite the same. But overall, dude, the swing is really nice, and you're moving through it nicely.
I just would really work hard right now. I don't believe it's about your golf club as much as I believe it's about your hand path. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So right now, if we're a little bit more over it, and we can just feel hands stay out and up. Yes. Here's my challenge to you. The hardest part is because of how well you hit it, doing it the natural way,
Yeah.
you're going to want to go back to that, right? I want to challenge you right now. I'm watching you rehearse it, and I'm just like, dude, just give me the rehearsal. The rehearsal's so good. So let's actually make, right? Just that what he says.
Practice swings are perfect.
But in all fairness, we tell Will the same thing.
Yeah.
so and we tell everybody that actually. Everybody, dude, your practice swing is so good. Like, just do that. I'm actually challenging you right now. Whatever pace that you have to go to make it literally look like that practice swing, let's do it. Let's just do it and see what happens, okay?
All right.
So even if you have to break it up and go slow, for the camera's sake and for your sake of knowing what you have to feel in order to get there, let's see what we have to do.
Ready?
I am ready. And you know what? He just nailed it right there. I thought that was 100 times better once again. Let's go to the first one of the day and this one. So let's go to the top position on the first one of the day for starters here. First one of the day. See the hands get really inside really quick?
Yeah.
So at the set position, we should remember this angle right here. How deep the arms are underneath us. Let's take a look on this one. That's what I'm talking about. See, this one thing that you watch great golfers, watch Rory, watch Adam Scott, watch their hands on the way back, and you'll see the hands just go right down that line.
Especially Rory. His hands come straight.
Dude,
Perfectly straight.
that is literally awesome. I have to give you a ton of credit there. Now watch this, guys. Top of the swing. Watch this one. Oh, it's so much better. Wow. And you know what? Most people would say that I'd be crazy to even fix that wrist, because we see so many wonderful golfers with that bowed wrist. We see Dustin Johnson, and we see even Colin Morikawa, who has a great golf swing, has a little bit of that look right there. So Benny, that might be just something that is a little bit a piece of your swing that we don't mess with because you hit it so pure like that.
Yeah.
I am all about, though, seeing your hands higher at the top, seeing that elbow 90 degrees from the ground and not so down like that. But most importantly, more than anything else, I want you to constantly be checking your lead arm according to your shoulder plane. That right there is gold. So I would tell you that this right here is a tremendous upgrade in the swing. Now watch this. When we come down, look at the difference, guys, of how this is actually translated into our slot position. I mean, look at this. That's, you know, no tricks there. Hands and clubs, same spot. Elbow in the same spot according to body. But look at the way that we see the shaft never drop under as much as it has on the one on the right. So this one's going to be a far more inside path, where this guy right here on the right, look at, stays more on top of it. Oh, way better. Didn't quite make the contact we wanted to.
Yeah.
But Ben, I will tell you right now, way better on that golf swing on the left. I just think that this backswing right here, I wouldn't be changing much if I had you in that position right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like that. Okay, let's just make sure you understand what it takes to get there.
Okay.
We guys truly hope you enjoyed our lesson with Ben. Ben's a remarkable young man, very knowledgeable about the game of golf and his own golf swing, and he's getting better by the day. Please leave any questions you have below. We'd be more than happy to answer those for you to get you guys better. Please click the link in our description and pick up your free video course. Thank you so much.